Hello, I'm Roach, my name is, and it's just after Christmas, and we're, John Elizabeth of the band The Strawberry Jam. Strawberry Jam, the song. And he's going to read chapter 20 of Exodus today. Not much else to say except for this. God spoke, and these were his words. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of Egypt, where you were slaves. Worship no God but me. I just figured out to realise what we was reading today. Very important. It's the 10 Commandments, when he goes up in the mountain, Moses, and the Lord, no, 10 Commandments, there they is. And anyway, so, very important, yes. I would have liked to maybe done this in a very nice place, maybe with some maybe, on a mountain or such. But, maybe again, who knows? Once I'm finished reading the Bible the first time, I can always do it again, So, what's chapter 20, if worship of me. Do not make all yourselves images of heaven or on the earth. Oh no, what beings below. Do not bow down to me or worship, because I, Lord your God, tolerate no others. I bring punishment on those who hate me, and on the descendants down to the 4th generation. But I show my love to thousands of generations of those who love and obey my laws. Do not use your name, my name, for evil purposes, for I, the Lord your God, will punish anyone who misuses my name. Right. Observe the Sabbath and keep it holy. You have 6 days in which to do your work, but the 7th day is a day of rest, dedicated to me. On that day no one is to work, neither you, your children, your slaves, your animals, even the animals, nor the foreigners who live in your country. No, no. In 6 days I, the Lord, made the earth, the sea, the sky and the seas and everything in them. But on the 7th day I rested. Remember, that is why the Lord blessed the Sabbath and made it holy. Respect your father and your mother, so that you may live in a long time in the land that I'm giving you. Just like that. I visited me mum today. I did. Do not commit murder. I never have, speaking for myself, I never, no. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not accuse anyone falsely. Like, accuse anyone falsely, of John, sometimes went up with Nathan. And he's like, and he says, you slept with my wife. And I said, no, I did not. He's like, Nathan, do not desire another man's house. Do not desire his wife. Never mind. His slaves, his cattle, his donkeys, or anything else he owns. When the people heard the thunder, the trumpets, blast and the smoke, and saw the lightning in the smoky mountain, they trembled with fear, and stood a long way off. They said to Moses, if you speak to us, we will listen. But we are afraid that if God speaks to us, we will die. Moses replied, do not be afraid. God has only come to test you and make you keep on obeying him, so that you will not sin. But the people continued to stand a long way off, and only Moses was near the dark cloud where God was. The Lord commanded Moses to tell the Israelites, you have seen how I, the Lord, have spoken to you from heaven. Do not make for yourselves gods of silver or gold to be worshipped in addition to me. Make not of earth for me, and I would sacrifice your sheep and your cattle as offerings to be completely burned, as fellowship offerings in every place that I was set aside for you to worship me. I will come to you and bless you. If you make an altar of stone for me, do not build it out of cut stones, because when you use a chisel on stone, you make them unfit for my use. Do not build an altar for me with steps leading up to it. If you do, you will expose yourselves as you go up the steps. That is chapter 20. Good night and God bless. I'm Roach.